Okay, this is going to be a special little series because usually I show stuff that I just got. I usually don't show stuff that I've already shown, but this is going to concentrate on records that are double LPs that I have in my collection that really stand out. These are not all my double LPs that I will be showing through the series of videos, just the ones that I think stand out. Okay, and this series of videos I'll be showing 5 at a time in the video, and I will try to do this every night, even the days that I work. Here we go. First one. Here it is. This is a double LP. African Scream Contest. And these are wild psychedelic rock bands from Africa throughout the 70s. And this thing is what it looks like. I can't say enough about this thing. If you want real rock and roll, real psychedelic rock and roll and funk, this record will be something you'll enjoy. African Scream Contest. Raw psychedelic Afro sounds from Benin and Togo throughout the 70s. I love it. Okay, here's another double LP. This is Alice Donut. Dry Humpin' the Cash Cow live at CBGB's. I don't know what to say about this band other than I bow to them. I bow to Alice Donut. I thank you, Jello Biafra, for discovering these guys and putting out their records. If you've never heard of Alice Donut, I'm sure this album, you can hear the whole thing on YouTube. And let's see if there's anything inside worth looking at. A little poster of a bunch of people. And this is a live recording, like what it says on the cover, CBGB's, and it's also recorded from somewhere else. Not sure where, probably a loft or a party. Anyway, Alice Donut is, I guess, the missing link between REM and the Butthole Surfers. So if you dig the Butthole Surfers and you dig REM, mix the two and you have this record. If you can imagine something like that. Speaking of the Butthole Surfers, here we go. Butthole Surfers double live album. And this one has the little book type thing in it. And it shows, well, that. Anyway, this thing is really good, but the sad part is it should have been a triple LP. Not a double, because if you get the CD of this, or you get the cassette, which I have the cassette version, you get, I don't know, 5 more songs, maybe 6. Anyway, this is definitely worth picking up if you can find it at a price that isn't offensive. And it's the Butthole Surfers live on the 1987 tour, and the recording is excellent. All right, this is Cheap Trick. Are You Ready Live? December 31st, 1979. Live from the Forum in Los Angeles, California. Fabulous Los Angeles, California. And what this thing really is, it's a live recording of the Dream Police album. I think this has the entire Dream Police album, as far as the songs go, on it done live in concert, plus others from their catalog up to this point. Let's see if there's anything in here worth looking at. There's not. But this is definitely a wild rock and roll record. And I've only heard it sped up, so it's a little more wilder for me than most people. But it's definitely worth picking up. I think it was a record store day type situation. I know that's the day I got it on. Cheap Trick live at the Forum. A favorite of mine, definitely. All right. Here is another Cheap Trick record. Live at the Whiskey A Go Go on, I don't know, I think 3 nights. 1977. And this is recordings from those 3 nights of songs that they had in their repertoire before they made the Dream Police record. And again, I've only heard this thing sped up, so again, my take on this thing is probably going to be different than yours. I think this thing's great. This is a crazy, wild rock and roll record. I wish I could have been at these shows, but I didn't grow up in Los Angeles. That's a depressing thought of where I grew up. Anyway, those are the first 5. There will be more. I am surrounded by double LPs that I just love. So, recap. Cheap Trick, Whiskey A Go Go, double LP. Cheap Trick, Los Angeles Forum, double LP. Butthole Surfers, 1987, various shows, double LP. Alice Donut, live in the New York area, double LP. Wow, this thing is good. And African Scream Contest. I don't know if this is recorded live, but I'm sure glad it was recorded. All right, that is the end. The horn section you hear in the background is from a DVD box set that I got of Boris Karloff, Thriller, the TV series, every episode, and I'm getting into it. Good night.